Hello, thank you for joining me for another review. Today we've got a beer from Weirdbeard and Nanban in Brixton. This is a collaboration, as you can see, with Tim Anderson. So, Sally Squirrel, Team Detective, as you've already seen, coming in a 330ml bottle, 5.7% ABV. Some people are saying this is a porter. I haven't looked at the back yet. I'm just going by a couple of media sites online, and others are trying to think what it says now because I'm professional. Others say it's a Schwarzbier, which is a black lager from southeast Germany. So yeah, I know it's brewed with Sake yeast, chokeberries, Miso, which is, it's a fermented food. Miso is a Japanese flavouring made by the action of fermenting steamed soybeans with salt and fungus. Is that asparagus? No idea, I'm probably butchering that word up. There's a range of miso styles as well. I'm probably butchering every single bit of that word up. Anyway, I've had this beer too long. I purchased it probably in September of last year. It was bottled on May of 2016, and here I am sat on the 5th of July of 2017. Should have had it since May of this year. So we'll see how it goes. But there's a nice bottle cap that I've definitely not got out of these guys. So apologies to the brewery, but I'm still going to review it. I purchased it at the Ravensgate Arms in Ramsgate, which is now closed down. And we'll see how it goes. Loads of smoke, little hiss. I'm not sure how this is supposed to, what the aroma is supposed to be on this beer. I'm picking up the chokeberries, that's for sure. I don't like reading like commercial descriptions beforehand, but this beer was like, what is that? It's one of them beers I needed to kind of try and find out some information. I didn't know what miso was and what style of beer was it, and then listen to that hiss. Okay, it's lively then. That was a bit stupid. I thought it was calmer than that. See, beer, you never know what you're going to get with them. So, it's just over just below a forefinger, slightly tan coloured head. It really calmed down, and then I thought I'll steady up a little bit, and it just went whoosh. Well, I'll pause it for a few minutes and I'll come back. Right, so the beer's calmed down a bit. Half a finger, same coloured head as before. Let's get an aroma then. Very unusual aroma for sure. Just trying to place it in what I actually know, which is not much. There's a slight kind of grassiness to it. See, I don't know what sake smells like. I know it sounds weird. I don't know. This has got more of a kind of a food edge to it. Maybe some soya sauce. Slight, but it's not bold. It's just all very subtle. I mean, things may have faded, of course, on this beer. I have no idea what I'm smelling here, guys and girls. There's a slight sweetness, but very muffled. Everything's very muffled. It's all very kind of vague. Maybe slightly a nuttiness to it. Let's give it a try. Don't know what I'm expecting with this, whether it's going to be what it should be or what it shouldn't be. I've no idea. Let's give it a try anyway. Cheers. Creamy texture, mouthfeel. Definitely picking up some kind of species of nut. Roasted malt. It's all very subtle. Not picking up the ABV. Very kind of lower end of medium mouthfeel. Let's have a look at the commercial description if there's any. This is from Untapped. A Schwarzbier fermented with sake yeast, chokeberries, miso and walnuts. So that's what the species of nut is. As if it's a, you know, even a decent lacing. Not picking up the ABV as I've said. Nice kind of quality to the beer. To the it's got a little bit of alcohol legs. Not too much. This is intriguing. I might have to look at the back of the bottle. They normally give quite a good description. I don't want to do this in reviews, but when it's a beer that I'm not entirely sure about, I will carry on doing it. But it's tasting fine. If you're at the brewery and you're watching, highly unlikely of course. So it's bottle conditioned. Let me put that down there and settle. Now have a look at about the beer. Here we go. See if I can read this. What do you do when you realise that the fabric of reality is warped and broken? And then it goes into, I'm just trying to get to the core part of this. There's lots of an enveloping, hypnotising aroma of toast, chocolate, miso and walnuts. Earthy depth, well, I've definitely picked up earthy, is balanced with a bright juicy tang of chokeberries and the tropical fruitiness of mosaic hops. The hops are faded. I'm not picking up any kind of tropicalness. Excuse me. Nice carbonation. This is a little bit more malty than tropical, so my bad. It's definitely my fault for keeping this beer too long. Sake yeast provides a suitable botanic edge and a dry finish. That is coming through. This is a, how the hell do you pronounce that? Not even going to bother. This is a beer that will send you tumbling down to the squirrel hole of flavours into a wonderful and sensory delight. The perfect reward for God, I so can't read. Soldering. I'm a dickhead. Soldering on through an increasingly disjointed reality, which it certainly is. I'm picking up bits of pieces of that at this stage. I mean, it's like, what, 13-month-old beer. It's still very drinkable. I'm picking up hints of that hop. There is that slight dryness, slightly woody edge. Perhaps as it warms up it will develop. It's one of them kind of beers, you know, with the roasted malts. This was out of the fridge as well for a period of time, and then I'm recording this on the 5th of July of 2017. Sorry, this is a longer review. I can feel it. I haven't got a timer on my camera, but I know it's going to be a longer review just because I'm just going through the beer, how long I've had it and all, etc., and done the part of the commercial description. So I'm guessing this collaboration could be with a Japanese restaurant, no idea. I need to look it up, and I'll put information down below if I find anything, of course. I'm not sure if any of my fellow beer reviewers have had this beer and reviewed it. If they have, that'll be down below as well, of course, with the Weird Beard BrewCo. Great brewery, great brewery. Got another beer for them to do in a minute. Yeah, I'm so kind of gassing now, just having a chat really. It's slightly creamy, it's a slightly warming edge, maybe that's from the sake, yeast. I don't know, this is one of them beers, there's a lot of ingredients in this one, I don't know what I'm supposed to be tasting, even though it's an out of date beer. If it was fresh, I still wouldn't know. It's kind of one of them, you know. So if you're watching, James, put your comments down below. Be interesting to get your take on it. I don't know. I'm so far ahead with the reviews. I'm not even sure when this is going to be posted. So, but yeah, it's an interesting beer. The style is up for debate, whether it's a Schwarzbier, a German black lager, or a porter. If I was blindfolded, I'd say it's more in the style of a Schwarzbier. I'm probably butchering that pronunciation up, whatever. So rating them for me at this stage, and what I'm tasting is quite nice. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to drink it. It's not a drain pour. I'll give that a 7.5 out of 10. Maybe it'd be better if it would have been fresh. I have no idea. Maybe it'd have been the same. One of them kind of beers. Not too sure what I should be expecting. But it's nice to try things that are out of your comfort zone, this is certainly one of them. But I'm enjoying it. I'm going to drink it. So yeah, 7.5 out of 10. If you've had this beer before, please put your comments down below. It's unlikely if anyone's had it recently. So the ratings then on, I'm only going to do Untapped. Is it on anywhere else? I'll give it, there's two actually. Untapped then, giving this a 3.54. that is out of 643 ratings, and this beer was added on July the 12th of 2016. So there you go, it's almost pretty much a year old, something like that. So that's Untapped. Not a lot of ratings considering it's a year old beer. And then over on to Rate Beer, which I'm sure everyone really does like even more since the takeover. They're giving this an overall 80 and 73 in the style. That's in the porter style. So take that whatever way you want to. 35 ratings, so it's not a lot of ratings for a year old beer. Anyway, if you've had this beer before, as I've said, comments down below. Look at that bit there. I love their artwork on these skulls. It's like a fox skull. Brilliant. Thanks for sticking with me if you've got this far, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers guys and girls.